Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and I am indeed going to be that one idiot who tries to get good clean tones out of an amp that was made specifically for high gain territories. The original Soldano Slo 30s have a great clean channel on it, but I can't afford one of those, so I'm going to see if this is capable of any sort of clean tones. We're going to be using the Jazz Master. We're going to start with everything at neutral except for the master volume because I don't want to clip the microphone. We'll move things around and we'll see if we can't get anything, somewhat decent to come out of this amp as is. As far as effects go, everything is going to be going through the effects loop. The Strymon Volante will provide delay and reverb if we use that. The Zelza for any modulation. I don't think we're going to need to use the Optimist for any overdrive. I think there's going to be plenty of enough drive if we decide to go that route, but without further ado, let's get started. So this is our baseline tone here on the bridge. All right, we're not clipping, so I can turn it up a little bit. We're gonna have a hell of a job in front of us trying to get cleans. So, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn the gain down. Let's try it at 2. Leave everything else as it is. And we'll go to the middle position. That's cheating a little bit, but you have to do what you have to do. So. Roll the volume off the Jazz Master. That's not terrible, so let's go ahead and all right, we're in the ballpark. I'm going to turn the master up a little bit more. It'll really lower the gain almost to 0 here. And we'll try the same thing here. We'll go to the neck pickup, see if we can get nothing. We need the gain up a little bit. All right, it kind of loses a lot of the personality when the gain's down a little bit. I think the best thing to do here is turn it just slightly over 1. This is going to be as good as we're going to get with this guitar. Back to the middle. it's not bad. I mean, the other thing to keep in mind here is that's actually at a pretty decent volume. This, I don't know if you could keep up with the drums, I'm gonna be honest, but as far as practicing, this is much louder than you would ever really want to do that. Unless you live by yourself and you didn't have neighbors that were really close to you. This is already pretty loud, and I have not obviously gone over 1 with the gain here. And, you know, we're doing an odd test trying to go for some of the cleans, but find it interesting. Next way I'm gonna test this, we'll turn the gain up a little bit so we get a little bit of crunch, and then we're going to specifically try and use the actual volume control on the guitar itself to see if you can clean up that way, the old school method. So, same thing. It definitely loses a little bit of the personality when you roll it off, more so than other amplifiers. But let me try one more thing before we do it. So I had the volume all the way kind of at, I think, 5 or 6. Let's just dial it back a little bit, only to 9 or so. So. Yeah, that's still breaking up a lot, and that's in the middle position. I have to roll it a little more. There's so much gain in this amp. That's kind of all right for a classic sound here. And let's go to the deep switch, and we'll try the same thing a little bit. We'll tie it back down, volume back to 1. All right, before I wrap this up, I'm gonna try the Jazzmaster with some extortionate amounts of gain on it. Went to the overdrive channel. I think it's around 3 p.m. Let's see how it goes. All right, I would say after my first experience here with this thing, I'm not being paid for this. It is what it is, you guys. I think it's fun. I think it's way louder than I had anticipated, and it's much more usable than I had anticipated. Granted, you know, I started screwing around here trying to get a little bit of a clean tones out of it. It really wasn't bad. Is it as good as even the Black Star, the 6L6 when it comes to the cleans? Absolutely not. No way, guys. Is it as good as the Mesa Boogie? No. Music Man? No, 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 no. However, what you do get out of it is something usable, and one thing that I like about this that you don't get with something more expensive like the Fender Tone Master, you get an effects loop. There's a lot of other pedals out there that you can run in the 4-cable method where you can kind of bypass everything about this and that will take over. So if you were to have something like that lying around, the Helix, one of those new universal audio pedals, Strymon's Walrus Audio, there's all sorts of brands that make that, you could well and truly add 2 extremely different kinds of channels if that's the way you wanted to go. Also Victory, they're a good brand. I like to share when we had that in to demo it. But that's all I have for you guys today. I wanted to jam with this a little bit. I was having fun. I might do a little bit of a shootout between this and the neural plug-in version of the Soldano and see how that kind of ends up, because I can use the same exact IRs and settings inside the box. And because this is a solid state head, I do not need to worry about having a load connected. I can do it silently at night. Like the video if you enjoy the content on this channel. I know there's a lot of sloppy playing, a lot of noisy playing, a lot of fidgeting around, but sometimes that's how we figure out what works and what doesn't work with these kinds of things. Comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a different guitar-related video. Take it easy, everybody.